Hello, Connection Point student family. We are very excited to come to you talking about an event we have coming up here in July, but I don't want to tell you details yet, but we're really excited. We know that with our mix and move camps being canceled, that those are critical elements that we have in our programming every single year, and we grieve losing those. And so we were thinking through as a student ministry team, how do we provide an alternative for you guys? And so this video is all about what our camp experience will be this year. And so we're really excited. I don't want to get into the details, but Caitlin, start us off with what is coming up. What's this video about?
Yeah, we are so excited for this event, kind of a camp alternative, like you said, Tony, and it is called R3 Refresh, Renew, Reboot. So we're super pumped about that. So, Tony, let's start off with some questions so we can share with everybody more about this event. So, first of
Yeah.
all, what is it? What is R3?
Yeah, so R3, like I said, it's a spiritual retreat with some camp-like experiences on the bookend of it. And so it's all going to happen over a 24-hour period, a Friday into Saturday kind of time frame. And so on Saturday, students and whoever's participating will experience different methods of connecting with God. So different spiritual disciplines that maybe they've never been exposed to or they never thought of. But then on Friday evening and Saturday evening, we'll have some large gatherings of all who are participating in the church parking lot where we'll experience some fun, some worship, and maybe a sweet treat or two on those evenings. So that's kind of what's happening. It's a camp-like experience on the bookends, but a spiritual retreat in between, if that makes any sense at all, Caitlin.
Yeah, so if it's Friday and Saturday, does that mean there's a sleepover?
So there's no sleepover. So this is all done with no sleepover. So like I said, Friday night, you'll come to the church in the church parking lot. We'll experience some fun, some games, a sweet treat, maybe some worship. And then you'll go home for Saturday, and then all the experiences on Saturday are done at your house. And that's what we really love about this event is that usually we have the whole reality of like going to a camp in Michigan or Ohio, and then you try to bring that camp experience back into your normal day reality. Well, this camp experience, this encounter is all done in your normal environment. And so we don't have to struggle with like, how do I bring what I experienced from there to here? It's all happening here. And so, like I said, there's no sleepover. You go home on Friday night and you spend the time on Saturday at home. And then Saturday evening, you come back to the church for some closing celebrations, ceremonies, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely. So when exactly is this event?
Yes, you're right. I didn't mention the exact dates. I just told you a Friday, Saturday. So I don't want to leave you guessing which Friday or Saturday. So it's going to be a July 17th into July 18th. So from 7 p.m. on July 17th, ending on July 18th at 7 p.m. So 24 hours at the church and at your home in your neighborhood where you normally live. So that is when it is, Caitlin.
That's great.
So Caitlin, we've talked about what it is, given some dates of when it is. How much does R3 cost? Because with camp, there's always an expense, and sometimes it can be a lot for financially, to commit to. So what is R3's cost?
Yeah, so usually camp is pretty expensive, like you said, but we are super excited with R3 being at home, being shorter, obviously, it's significantly less. So R3 only costs $15. And what that includes is a kit that will help you go through that whole experience at home and guide you through that, along with some tools in that kit to aid in that experience. And then it will also cover that sweet treat that you mentioned and dinner on Saturday night.
Awesome. And so how does one participate? Like, how do I get signed up? How do I actually go through the whole event? Is it with my small group? Is it not? How do I participate?
Yeah, so you can register online if you go to connectionpoint.org/students and scroll down to events. There will be an event for R3, and so all this information will be on that site as well as our registration link. So go there to register. But as far as participating, like you mentioned, on Friday evening, Saturday evening, we will be all together at the church. But as far as the at-home portion, there's actually 3 different ways that you can participate. So the first way is you can do this completely on your own as an individual at home. Everything in that kit will guide you through what you need to do in that at-home experience. The second way is you could do this with your family. What a cool opportunity for you and your family to grow closer together and closer to God at the same time. So you can invite your parents, siblings, whomever it is that you live with to do this with you. The third option, if you and your family are comfortable gathering with a couple other people, you could do this with a few friends. So that could be a couple people that are in band with you. That could be some people from your small group. Doesn't matter, as long as you and their families are both comfortable gathering at one of your homes. You can do this in community with a few friends as well.
So it's not strictly a small group event, you would say, Caitlin.
Nope, you're more than welcome to gather with a couple friends from your small group, but it's not something that your small group has to do together. So
Okay.
Tony,
And of course, so many of our small group leaders will hopefully be there at our gatherings for Friday and Saturday, but like you said, it's
absolutely,
not required to do with your entire small group. So I get what you're saying.
absolutely, yeah. So Tony, why should a student participate in R3?
Yeah, really good question. So like Caitlin said at the beginning, R3 stands for refresh, renew, reboot. And so as we were thinking about the events of the last 6 months, we know that takes a toll on us physically, emotionally, relationally. But then even looking at the last 3 months, we've experienced a pandemic, and we've experienced some being brought face to face with a lot of the racial issues we have in our community, in our country. And so it's a lot. Like that is a huge burden to experience. Like that's more than a lot of people experience in their entire lifetime, let alone in like a 3 month period. And so we know that that has affected us as individuals, as family members, as a student ministry. Like we realize that there's a toll that's been taken on us. And so to ignore that would be like really foolish. And so we were really thinking through how do we create an encounter that would refresh, renew, and reboot us. Um, like we recognize that there's a longing, I think, within all of us that these last 3 months have really brought to light, and it's a longing to want the kingdom of God to be brought here on earth as it is in heaven. There's this deep longing. This is not a normal experience, nor should we look at it as normal. And so we've really been thinking through how do we provide opportunities for those who maybe are feeling weary or faint, for those who maybe just need a reboot, like a restart to their walk with God, and for those of you who are noticing that there's been an attitude change or a thought change, like these events are shaping us and they're changing the way we think and the way we act. And so maybe you need a renewing that needs to happen in your mind. And so we really wanted to provide you guys all with an opportunity, not just to have a cool experience, but an encounter. Like experiences are great, but they come and go, but an encounter will change you. And so we were really hoping to provide that for you all, because we know that this has taken a toll on a lot of us. And so we didn't want to be unaware of that or ignoring that. So we really want to provide an opportunity, like we said, for you to be renewed, refreshed, and rebooted. And so that's kind of where this kind of came from, Caitlin. But I know there's still some hesitancy in some of us, or we have even some medical issues that would not allow us to gather on those Friday and Saturday nights. And so I guess the question that maybe some parents are having or some students have is, does this mean I can't participate in R3 if I can't go to the Friday or Saturday night gatherings?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are excited to say that no matter what, you can participate in R3. Even if you aren't comfortable or can't gather in person at the church, you can still do the complete at-home portion for R3. All you would have to do is come to the church to pick up that R3 kit. So a majority of this event will be at home, so you can totally get the full effect of the event, even if you aren't comfortable gathering in person. But
Awesome.
we
Yeah.
are super pumped about this event. We are so excited to have our students together at the church for those bookends and to see what happens in that in between. Like Tony mentioned, that encounter with God, we think is going to be such a special time for students and families together to participate in this. So don't forget to sign up online, register online, and we will see you in July.
See you guys.